Last time, we saw the devastation of Damascus during the Assyrian invasion. Today, we'll see the extent of that devastation and the survival of a holy remnant. First, let's look at Isaiah 17:6. We'll read from the New Living Translation, which is less formal and a little more interpretive. Only a few of its people will be left, like stray olives left on a tree after the harvest. Only 2 or 3 remain in the highest branches, 4 or 5 scattered here and there on the limbs. In other words, after the Assyrian invasion, very few people will be left in Ephraim and Syria. Anciently, Ephraim ceased to exist as a nation, and the covenant people in Syria and Moab were almost all exterminated. But, as Isaiah reveals here, not all. In Isaiah's day, olives were knocked down with long poles, but no matter how hard people knocked, some olives always seemed to stay on the tree. And Isaiah is likening this to some of the people surviving the invasion. Now, it's interesting that Israelite law forbade landowners from thrashing their trees a second time. The remaining olives, the gleanings, were to be reserved for the poor who wished to come through and gather the fruit themselves. So in a sense, the olives remaining on the tree had become consecrated fruit, or as we might put it, a righteous remnant. But even then, many of them will be in danger of a second invasion. Isaiah says, if even a tenth, a remnant, survive, it will be invaded again and burned. But as a terebinth or oak tree leaves a stump when it is cut down, so Israel's stump will be a holy seed. So although a tenth of the people may survive the first wave of the invasion, they'll be invaded again and burned in a second wave. As Isaiah implies elsewhere, being burned suggests that they'll be destroyed by warfare. Those who remain after that, maybe only a tenth of a tenth, will draw very close to God and eventually become part of the holy seed who will make their way to Zion. Again, all of this refers to Ephraim and the covenant people. Even Isaiah's phrase in the King James, the outmost fruitful branches, carries a connotation of Ephraim, because the word Ephraim means fruitful. And of course today Ephraim is one of those outmost branches stretching all the way around the world. And as we know, Ephraim's ultimate inheritance will be found in America. Now let's look at verses 7 and 8, again in the New Living Translation. Then at last the people will look to their Creator and turn their eyes to the Holy One of Israel. They'll no longer look to their idols for help or worship what their own hands have made. They will never again bow down to their Asherah poles or worship at the pagan shrines they have built. In their hour of need, these few survivors will finally, fully turn to God. Those who may not have prayed in years will begin praying day and night. Those who worshipped man-made idols will now offer unceasing prayers to their Father in heaven. And again, this is all part of Isaiah circling back to give context to his timeline. And we first saw this Assyrian invasion in chapters 7 through 10. Isaiah's words are great for us because they are about us. They reveal our future, both for the covenant people and later for all mankind. All that Isaiah spake shall be. And as he spake of all things concerning the house of Israel, it must needs be that he speak also to the Gentiles. In other words, all that Isaiah spake shall yet be, and it will first occur among the people of the covenant. Then it will come to all the world. Indeed, as the Lord tells us elsewhere, he will yet make a full end of all nations. Next time, Isaiah shares an unforgettable image of the covenant people sowing good seed in the last days, but not being allowed to harvest it. I'm Curtis Taylor with the Words of Isaiah.